Hey there, and welcome to AI Magic Video FX. I'm Adrian Killer, a filmmaker and a huge enthusiast of artificial intelligence. Over the past few years, I've gone through countless online courses about AI, and let me tell you something, almost all of them were packed with boring theory and unnecessary tech stuff. And I kept asking myself, do we really need to understand how network cards or servers work just to use the internet? Of course not. So I decided to do something different. I wanted to build a course that respects your time. A course that gives you results fast without the fluff. I've tested hundreds of AI tools for generating and editing photos and videos. And the biggest problem I kept running into is this. So after months of experimenting, learning, and creating, I finally figured it out. I know which tools work best for which effects. And I know how to combine them to create videos that stop people from scrolling and actually make them watch. You don't need editing skills or any technical knowledge. Just curiosity and the will to explore. This course is designed for creators, marketers, entrepreneurs, or anyone who wants to make better videos in less time. You get instant lifetime access to all tutorials. You can watch in any order, skip around, or go straight to the effect you need. Most of the tools are free to try, and the paid ones are super affordable. And I'll show you exactly how to use them smartly without wasting your money. This course is growing every day, and now you're a part of it. I'm really happy you're here. Let's make something amazing together. In this lesson, we're going to use AI magic to create a stunning video ad from just one photo shot easily on your phone. No complicated gear required. Let's dive right in. First, head over to sora.com. The interface there is smoother, and upload your photo into the context window for your product. Now, type your prompt. The prompt simply describes what's happening in your scene, what's in the foreground, background, and the overall style, like commercial lighting or studio photography. Select your format, I'm choosing vertical, and pick 2V to generate two different versions. Click Remix. Once done, you'll see two versions appear. Pick the one you like best. Next, we're going to create another version from this image, but in a new setting. Click Remix, not Edit Remix, just Remix, and type your new scene, for instance. Beach, sand, sunny, hot, whatever you prefer. Hit Remix again. The remix feature keeps the product exactly in place, but changes the environment. Download this version. Now repeat for another scenario. Let's do a taxi scene, perhaps in New York City advertising style, rainy day. Hit Remix without even checking. And let's quickly do one more. A home scene, desk with a computer, commercial lighting. Now you have 4 unique variations. You might notice the taxi version made your product look too wide. No worries. Click the plus button, reload the first good image, and type the prompt, make the jar narrower. Remix it and do the same with the desk version if needed. Once you have all your images, click the 3-dot menu to download them to your computer. Next step, we need smooth transitions between these images. You can choose Pixverse, Dream Machine, or Kling AI, but from my tests, Pixverse performed best here. In Pixverse, select Transition, then pick your first and second image. You don't have to use prompts here, but I prefer typing something like transfer around left to right to get nice camera motion. Set resolution and pick about 5 seconds. We can always speed it up later. Now repeat this for all image pairs. Sometimes your first try might be blurry or not perfect. Just hit upscale to rescue the quality. Now we've got 3 clips. Import them into your editing software of choice, Final Cut Pro, Adobe Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, or even CapCut. There's no complex theory here. Just assemble these clips, trim out anything dull, and speed up the slow parts by 200-300% to make it punchy. Now we need audio. Here's a neat trick. Go back into Pixverse, upload your roughly edited video, the one with the 3 scenes connected, and in the Sound tab, generate your audio track automatically. I won't even write a prompt here. Let AI interpret the transformations by itself. It only costs about 20 credits. Click Create and see the result. Place this audio track underneath your timeline in your editing software. But something's still missing. Sound effects. For these, let's go to 11 Labs in the Sound Effects tab, where we generate sound effects directly from text prompts. Type in something like transformation, pick your favorite sound, and do the same for a coffee pouring sound. If it doesn't work exactly, try similar prompts like marbles rolling on a table. Once you've collected your sounds, add them carefully to your timeline. Keep them subtle, not overpowering. It also helps to add some background music, which you can easily create using Suno. I cover Suno in another lesson. And just like that, in roughly an hour, and with a budget of around $25, you've created a polished, professional-looking commercial video from just one simple photo. You can even generate a professional voiceover using ChatGPT for the script and 11 Labs for voice synthesis. That's the true power of AI. Welcome to a completely new world of creativity. Welcome back to another exciting AI magic lesson. I'm going to show you how to bring the famous George Washington statue on horseback in New York City to life. You might think this would be simple with an app like Pixverse.ai, but there's a little trickiness involved. No worries, I have the perfect solution to overcome this. Let's jump right into it. First, open up Pixverse.ai, one of my favorite apps for creating quick AI-generated visuals. Pixverse is fantastic because it generates results really fast, and it even offers a handy, very affordable 360p resolution for quick previews. The app itself is technically free, but I strongly suggest opting for at least the $10 monthly plan to remove the watermark. And if you ever need more credits, Pixverse has you covered. You can get 650 credits for just $5 or even 2,600 credits for only $20. Now, click on Create and upload your photo of the George Washington statue. Normally, you'd think to use the Alive Art effect, which specifically animates statues. But here's the catch. Since this statue includes a horse, Pixverse tends to mistakenly convert the horse into a person, which we obviously don't want. Instead, we'll go for a safer method. Choose image or text to video, which usually works better in complex cases. First, select the highest available AI model. For duration, set about 8 seconds. This gives us room to adjust the speed later, especially since the generated animation might initially appear in slow motion. Now, select the 720p resolution. Unfortunately, Pixverse limits you to either 5 seconds at 1080p or 8 seconds at 720p. I recommend sticking with the latter. Leave the camera settings untouched. For audio, let's precisely copy the description we use for the prompt. In the main prompt box, clearly describe the action to the AI. For instance, enter a man on a horse jumping down onto the ground. If you type jumping off the pedestal, the camera stays static, but the version I wrote will allow the camera to subtly move down, following the action. In the audio prompt, use the same description. If the audio doesn't match perfectly, that's okay. We can always generate custom sounds using 11 Labs later. Make sure the motion setting is on standard. We don't want unnecessary slow motion effects here. Confirm your settings. This will cost around 140 credits, and click Create. Wait briefly and soon you'll have your animation. Let's check out the finished video. We've got the horse and rider jumping down, a pretty cool effect. To make it look even more realistic, we'll speed it up slightly. Download the video and import it into CapCut, a fantastic editing software available for free at CapCut.com for both Mac and Windows. However, I do recommend getting the Pro version for around $10 a month, at least for 1 month. You can cancel anytime. Open CapCut, and it might look a bit complicated at first glance, but trust me, it's super simple once you know the basics. In fact, you don't need to know every feature or transition. Let's quickly do this. Drag your video file into the media window and then onto your timeline. As you move the cursor, you'll see the footage previewing. Now click on your clip to reveal editing options on the right-hand side. First, let's speed up this clip because it's currently in slow motion. Click on speed and increase it by about 1.5 to 1.8 times. I usually go for around 1.7 times to get a smooth, natural motion effect. Preview it, it looks great. Now, we need realistic sound effects. Pixverse gave us a basic audio track, but let's enhance it with some horse sounds and hoof impacts. Go to 11labs.io, a brilliant site for generating sound effects from text. Choose Sound Effects, enter Horse, select your desired duration, and hit Generate. Preview it. Sounds good. Download the file. Import that horse sound into CapCut, place it on your timeline, and align it nicely with the action. Next, we need distinct hoof sounds when the horse lands. Repeat the 11 Labs process, but this time type horse hooves. Generate the sound, download, and drop it into CapCut. Trim and align it precisely to the moment the hooves hit the ground. Preview it. If it's good, we're set. For the second set of hooves, let's reuse the same sound effect, but modify it slightly. Hold Alt, Option on Mac, and drag the sound to duplicate it. We're almost done. Just one step left. Exporting our final video. Simply click on Export in CapCut. Choose a clear file name, set the resolution to 1080p, no need for 4K since our original material isn't that high. Select the H.264, codec, and MP4 format. Keep the frame rate at 30 FPS, matching our Pixverse source. Ensure audio is checked, and then export. CapCut might suggest uploading directly to social media, but we can skip that. Click Open Folder once exported, and there it is, our finished masterpiece. I hope you enjoyed creating this awesome AI animation. If you did, make sure to join me in the next tutorial, where I'll show you another incredible AI magic trick. See you soon. In this lesson, I'll show you exactly how to create an awesome zoom effect using just a regular photo. For this tutorial, we'll be using an incredibly interesting app called Higgsfield.ai. Now, let's quickly talk about pricing. As usual, you can try Higgsfield.ai completely free, which means $0, but you'll have limited generation credits, restricted access, and unfortunately, a watermark, which is probably the saddest part. However, if you switch to the monthly plan for just $9, you'll get 150 credits per month. You can use your creations commercially, and best of all, no watermark, which is fantastic news for creators. Higgsfield.ai is primarily a camera control tool, meaning you can transform ordinary shots into incredibly professional looking sequences. To achieve this, start by heading to the Create tab, or the text-to-image option, where you can generate images directly from prompts. You can then animate these images or move directly into image to video. Here, you'll first click on Change to select your desired effect. There's an impressive variety of professional-grade effects available, with new ones being added regularly. What you're seeing here isn't footage generated from text. It's just one photo that's been animated. But it genuinely looks like a Hollywood studio shot. You'll notice different effect categories available, and for this demonstration, I want to highlight the Zoom In effect, specifically the one called Crush Zoom In. We use this to zoom in dramatically on construction workers sitting atop a skyscraper in New York. This effect creates an intense, very fast zoom in. To apply it, just upload your single frame photo. What's even cooler is that you can mix effects by adding another effect afterward. You can leave the prompt field blank, or you can type in a few words and magically expand that sentence to get precisely the style you want. You can also select from Standard, Lite, or Turbo models. The Turbo model is only available with the premium subscription and is slightly faster, but honestly, the Standard and Lite models are already very quick. In just a few minutes, your effect is ready. Under the settings, you'll see options like seed and duration. The seed is essentially a unique identifier you can reference later if you want to replicate or tweak the effect. After hitting generate and waiting briefly, head back to image to video where your previous effects will be stored. Once it's ready, you might see something unexpected and cool, like an intense zoom combined with lighting resembling a smartphone flash. If you're not satisfied, you can redo it or copy the generated prompt to recreate or modify the effect. Most importantly, don't forget to download your creation. This is an amazing tool, especially if you couldn't capture such an extreme zoom effect during filming due to equipment limitations. In my opinion, this is an incredibly powerful and impressive platform, particularly for music video creators. Now let's move on to the next video. In this video, I'm going to show you something absolutely amazing and exciting. Something that wasn't even possible until recently. Dressing a virtual model in our clothes or even dressing ourselves virtually. We'll be using an incredible tool called Kling AI, a platform capable of generating videos from text and animating static photos to create dynamic video clips. Besides these features, Kling AI also includes options like virtual modeling and a virtual fitting room. Regarding pricing, you receive some free credits every month to test out the platform. However, for unrestricted access, it costs just $8.80 per month, which provides around 66 videos monthly. This package also includes commercial use rights and removes watermarks. Highly recommended. You can easily cancel your subscription at any time if needed. Now let's dive into creating and dressing our virtual model. First, navigate to All Tools, and let's start by creating a virtual model. In the Virtual Model section, you'll find a panel on the left where you can select gender, age, skin color, and input a prompt describing the characteristics of the model you wish to generate. You can also use the built-in DeepSeek AI tool, which helps you generate detailed prompts. For instance, let's type fashion model. DeepSeek will generate a complete, ready-to-use prompt for us. Just copy this prompt into the box or click Use Prompts. Below, you also have suggestions for image formats: horizontal, vertical, or square. Let's select vertical and generate 2 options initially, which will cost 10 credits. You'll see how many credits you have left on the side panel. Click Generate, and within minutes, your models will be ready. Now we have 2 photorealistic images of women in the same scene, but with different looks. Let's select the first model. At this point, we can either animate her into a video immediately or go straight into the fitting room to change her outfit. Let's move directly to the fitting room. Here, select your model from the list. You can also choose from sample models or upload your own photo. Once you've selected your model, you'll need to upload new clothing images. Kling AI suggests these clothing images ideally be on a white background and separated from each other. But practically, most types of clear images will work fine. I'll upload a previously generated image featuring jeans. Immediately, the AI auto-crops the image, deciding to change the top part. You can also select the multiple garments function, allowing you to upload and crop tops and bottoms separately. Since our image doesn't show the bottom part, Kling AI will imagine it for us. Let's use a sweater from the templates for the top garment. Select how many outfit variations you want and click Generate. There we go. We have our first version. The model is now dressed in our jeans and sweater. Let's create another version with a denim jacket. Now, we have 2 stylish versions. One even has an additional handbag, which is a nice touch. Next, let's generate a video. Click Generate Video, and you'll see a pre-written prompt indicating the model will rotate as if on a runway. You can add inspiration presets and even choose a stationary camera setup. Let's set the video length to 5 seconds and adjust expression and creativity strength if needed. Keep it professional and hit Generate. Copy the prompt, and if you want, you can apply it to the first image to create another video. And here's the result. If you'd like your model to do something else, simply change the prompt to actions like walking, jumping, or celebrating. You can extend the duration of the video or download it directly in MP4 format. To remove the watermark, select Without Watermark VIP. Want to dress yourself virtually? Head back to the virtual fitting room, click Upload, choose your photo, upload an outfit, specify which clothing piece you want to replace, select how many versions you need, and hit Generate. Keep in mind, avoid uploading photos where you're holding objects like coffee cups, books, or laptops, as these might interfere with the results. Similarly, hand positions might cause occasional glitches. Ideally, use photos with standard modeling poses for the best results. That's it, your virtual dressing room tutorial with Kling AI. We've covered virtual model creation, dressing models and yourself, and animating still images into videos. I hope you're as excited as I am about these incredible possibilities, and I warmly invite you to continue exploring in our next lesson. In this lesson, I'll show you how to create a professional, natural-looking model photo using Midjourney, perfect for later showcasing your clothing designs. Midjourney is one of the best AI tools for generating hyper-realistic images. In the Explore tab, you can check out work from other users and even get inspiration from their prompts. Here's a basic prompt structure. The more detailed your prompt, the better results you'll get. Thankfully, Midjourney has become quite intuitive, automatically fine-tuning results to fit your needs. It costs just $10 per month. This subscription lets you freely generate images for commercial use. To begin, click on Create and enter your prompt in the provided text box. I'm using a detailed prompt created with the help of ChatGPT, specifically tailored for Midjourney, describing a female model. To achieve a natural and professional look, I've included prompts like natural expression, hyperrealistic, and Kodak style, with 50mm lens for a classic portrait feel. Now go to Settings. Set your aspect ratio to vertical 9:16 and adjust the stylization slider. Lower values around 100% produce more realistic images, while higher values create more artistic interpretations. Leave other settings unchanged for now and select Fast Mode to balance speed and credit usage. Make sure you're using version 7 for the most hyper-realistic results. You also have the option to upload reference images. Omni-reference is ideal if you want the generated image to closely match facial features, whereas style reference helps define the overall look, for example, a photo against a white background. I'll upload a reference image here to maintain consistency. Hit the arrow to generate your images and wait a moment. Here you can see my previous results in a 3.4 ratio and my new images in 9:16. Notice the difference when using a reference image versus generating images without one. Suppose we choose an image but realize the frame isn't complete. No worries, just click the down arrow to extend the lower part of the image. You can also click Edit, select an area like the hair, and enter a new prompt like red hair. After generating the change, you can subtly upscale the final image for higher resolution. Once downloaded, let's move over to Kling.ai to animate our model and showcase a new outfit. Go to AI Tools, select AI Outfit, upload your model, and add the clothing item you want her to wear, in this case, a blue jacket. Choose whether it's upper or lower clothing, and wait a moment for your options. Finally, select Generate Video to animate your model. Choose your camera preset, stationary for simplicity, set the duration to 5 seconds, and confirm the use of 100 credits. In just a few minutes, we've created a realistic model, styled her with our chosen outfit, and even animated her. All thanks to the incredible magic of AI. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next exciting lesson. Welcome to another exciting lesson, where you'll discover Krea AI, an amazing multi-tool platform. One subscription grants you access to numerous tools, effectively combining several platforms into one seamless experience. As you can see, we can generate images, create animations, edit videos in real time, and utilize many other great features. Regarding pricing, there's a free option providing 200 credits per month, enough for a few projects. However, if you want unrestricted usage, it costs only $10 per month, which in my opinion is very affordable, especially since it offers access to various high-quality models suitable for commercial use. Now let's dive into our first project. Click on Image. At the bottom left, you'll find numerous models to choose from, each with different credit costs. Some are less expensive, some are pricier, and the realism level varies. We'll use Flux, a highly realistic model. Let's reuse the prompt we previously created for Midjourney to generate our model here. Set the aspect ratio to define the image format. You can also upload a reference photo. Let's use our previously generated model. Here, under 0.4, we can adjust how strongly our generated image should be inspired by our uploaded reference. We'll set it to about 50%. You can upload multiple images if you wish, and there are also preset styles you might find useful. For now, we'll skip these and click Generate. The image is generated quickly. Take a look. We now have a beautifully generated model, which, in my opinion, is even more hyper-realistic than the one we produced with Midjourney. The lighting and overall quality here are exceptional. Now, how do we bring her to life? Of course, we could download this image and upload it to Kling, but we're already in Krea. And remember, Krea is all in one. Hovering over the image gives us a camera icon. Click it, and we're instantly transferred to the video generation section. Notice the models available have now changed to video-specific tools like Hanyo, Wan, Pika, which we already know, VO2, Hailuo, Loom, Ray 2, all fantastic options, some pricier than others. We even have Kling, which we've previously used. Today, let's try Wan 2. Here's our first frame. Now we just need to input a prompt, but the current prompt describes an image. Since we already have our image, we need a prompt that describes the desired movement or action. Let's use a Kling prompt, specifying that the model should turn around. Our first video is now generating. For comparison, let's also try another model, for example, Honey 1, to see the different results. If the effect isn't fully satisfying, we can experiment with other models. However, if you want your original model photo animated precisely, make sure to choose a model offering the Start Frame feature. The first one we tried doesn't support it, but Wan 2 just created a great result for us. Pika and VO2 also have this capability, though VO2 can be more expensive. Personally, I'm a fan of Kling. That was Krea AI. We'll revisit this powerful multi-tool and explore animating models further using Krea. Now join me in the next amazing lesson. In this lesson for the AI Magic Video FX course, I'll show you how to transform the statue of George Washington at Federal Hall near Wall Street, New York, into a modern, lifelike, colorful person. Not just animating a statue, but completely reimagining it as a realistic, contemporary individual. To do this, we'll use Sora from Sora.com, an amazing tool from OpenAI. While it's possible to create images here via ChatGPT, even in a free version, It's much better to use the Plus version for $20 a month, as it provides far more features and smoother navigation within Sora. At the bottom, we have a context window where you can enter prompts to create images from text, but today we're focusing on images from existing images. Therefore, we'll select image rather than video. Click the plus icon to upload your photo of the George Washington statue. While your image is uploading, type in a prompt that will transform our statue into a realistic contemporary person. I'll type, "Make this statue look like a realistic human wearing colorful clothes with natural skin tones." Next, we'll set the aspect ratio. Since our original photo is vertical, we'll keep the 2:3 ratio. Under Variations, select the number of generated images. We'll leave it at 2. You also have the option to change styles, but we'll stick with the original natural look. Now simply click Remix and wait a few minutes. We'll get notified when our images are ready. Great! We got the notification. Click on it to view the results. OpenAI is asking us to choose which image best matches our prompt. In my opinion, the first and second images are the most realistic. Their faces look especially lifelike. I'll select these two, specifically the one in the orange outfit. Now click Download or simply press D. Next, we'll move to Pixverse and click on Create. Here at the bottom is our context window and the upload icon. Let's upload our downloaded image of George Washington. Then we'll enter the prompt, "just smiling." Make sure you're still in the image or text window. Choose your clip length. I suggest keeping it at 5 seconds. As for resolution, 1080p is available in the highest package, but costs 120 credits. 720p is also excellent and costs half the credits. You can automatically add audio if you want. Let's enable it. We'll type New York Street as a description. There's also a feature allowing George Washington to speak and sync his lips to your words, but we'll cover that in another lesson. We won't change styles for now either. Under Camera, you can set the camera movement, such as zooming in or out. We'll keep it as is. Magic Brush lets you select specific elements to animate, but we want to animate the entire scene, so we won't use it. For motion speed, choose between Standard or Slow Motion. We'll select Standard for realism. Off-peak saves credits by generating at less busy times, but since we want quick results, we'll leave it disabled. Set the number of generations to 2, leave the SID unchanged, and click Create. Within less than a minute, our video is ready. Hovering over the thumbnail shows the animation. The first result is excellent. The second one is even better. After clicking, we even hear ambient city sounds, which is great. Additionally, you can upscale the video resolution, extend its duration, change its style, add more audio, or even make George Washington speak with lip synchronization. And of course, you can download the video without any watermark. I invite you to the next magical lesson, where we'll explore incredible illusions created using artificial intelligence. See you there. In this lesson, I'm going to show you exactly how to achieve the explosive effect seen in the AI Magic Course commercial, specifically the dramatic explosion of the... In this lesson, I'll show you how to create the amazing Grand Central Terminal effect using a famous century-old photograph. We'll use a tool you're probably familiar with, the Higgsfield app and its FPV drone feature. First, you'll need your photo. The original historical photo is black and white, and we've expanded it vertically to fit a vertical format using Photoshop. Here's how. Open your photo in Photoshop and ensure you're in RGB color mode, not grayscale. Go to Filter, Neural Filters, and download the Colorize plugin. Click to apply instant coloring, adjusting profiles if you want, though the standard profile usually works best. If you notice colors that seem off, like an unnatural blue, use the Adjust Color option. Select the color you want to fix with the eyedropper tool, then adjust its saturation or hue to make it more realistic. Next, flatten all layers. Select the crop tool with a 16:9 format. Expand your canvas vertically, and click Generative Expand. In the prompt box, type Grand Central Terminal New York City to guide the AI. Once generated, select your favorite version, usually the first one works great, save it as a JPG, and move to the Higgsfield app. In Higgsfield, choose the FPV drone effect. Upload your edited photo, set your desired video length, and generate. Download the result and open it in CapCut. Drop it onto your timeline and use the speed ramping tool under Speed Curve. Choose Jump Cut and smoothly adjust the speed ramp for a natural acceleration and deceleration effect. To enhance smooth slow motion parts, select Smooth Slow Motion and choose Optical Flow for best results, visible after rendering. Finally, generate matching audio effects using 11 Labs, place them precisely in CapCut, and export your finished video. Now you have your stunning AI-enhanced Grand Central Terminal video. Get ready for the next exciting lesson in AI Magic Video FX. In this lesson, I want to show you how to generate images from text prompts, specifically the art of prompting. Understanding the basics of good prompting is essential, but what exactly does it mean to prompt well? It means not wasting time and money on generated images that don't meet your expectations or achieve the results you're looking for. Here are some key guidelines. 1. Describe the image, don't give commands. Instead of writing, "Show me a dog running on a beach," use "a dog running on a sandy beach at sunset." Describe exactly what's happening. 2. Be specific. Clearly specify the main object, motion, lighting, mood, perspective, and style. Avoid vague phrases. For example, instead of saying "beautiful view," say "a panoramic view of snow-capped mountains with mist drifting over the valley." Think like a poet or novelist. ChatGPT can help you here too. You can ask ChatGPT to write a professional prompt, but keep in mind it will add its own creative adjectives, meaning the final image might reflect more of AI's creativity rather than your own. The prompting structure is similar whether you're using Runway, Pixverse, Sora, or ChatGPT. 1. Main subject. What's the central focus? 2. Movement. What's happening or the dynamics of the scene? 3. Lighting and mood. Describe the lighting and overall atmosphere. 4. Perspective. From what angle is the scene viewed? What type of camera lens or movement? 5. Style. Should the scene appear realistic, animated, or cinematic? For instance, a close-up of a coffee cup on a wooden table, steam gently rising in warm morning light, blurred background, cinematic style. To get better at prompting, explore existing work on platforms like Sora.com, Pixverse.ai, or Kling.ai. Visit the Explore tab to see other users' prompts. Click on a project to see the exact prompt used. You can even copy that prompt into ChatGPT and customize it to fit your needs. In summary, if you want your images to truly reflect your creative vision, use detailed prompts clearly describing every aspect you want included. Here's an example of a very detailed prompt, clearly generated by ChatGPT. If you're short on time or want AI to flex its creativity, a single sentence prompt can still work. But to maintain maximum control, stick to the structured guidelines discussed here, which you'll also find summarized in the video description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson. In this lesson, we're diving into something totally incredible, something you'd normally have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on, but today it's practically free. That's right. OpenMagic, currently in beta, gives you free credits to test and generate a few amazing clips. And for just $15, you get 10 generations in full HD without any watermark. However, if you plan to use this material commercially, you'll need to pay $39. Honestly, it's worth it, because who wouldn't love to see their ad displayed in Times Square? Here's how easy it is. Choose the Times Square template, upload your own footage, use up just 10 credits, and hit Create Magic. Then head over to My Videos, download your clip, and you're all set. Simple, quick, and incredibly cool. Now, get ready for another fantastic lesson where you'll learn yet another exciting new tool. Hey guys! Welcome back. It's time for another magical tutorial. Today, I'm going to show you how to create a character, like turning your favorite actor into a child version of themselves. First, we need to train the AI on the face. We'll use Flux 1 training through Create AI. Let's click Train Image. For this demo, I chose Steve Carell, so I gathered about 10 photos of his face from the internet. Let's label this set as Steve and start training. Once Steve is trained, click Use. Now comes the crucial part, the prompt, not the proportions. Click Generate, then select the camera and pick the AI model you want to animate your content with. And that's when the magic happens. Now, join me for something equally amazing and magical in the next video. Alright, in this lesson, I've prepared something truly amazing for you, how to swap outfits in videos. Yes, this is absolutely possible. You can shoot just one take of your model and then digitally dress her in your entire collection, or you can simply change your own clothes directly on video. To achieve this, we'll use an app called Pika. Pika is a rapidly evolving tool that has been part of the AI market almost from the very beginning. As usual, regarding pricing, there's a free option available that provides you with 80 credits per month, enough for a few projects. However, for more flexibility, there's a $10 per monthly package. Personally, for commercial projects, I recommend the $35 plan as it allows you to freely use generated materials commercially and also removes the watermark. But you can still achieve good results with the free plan or the $10 option. Here's how you do it. After logging in, you'll find a prompt window at the bottom of your screen. This is where you enter prompts and access essential functions of Pika Labs. The feature we're focusing on today is called Pika Swaps, which allows you to replace any element, object, or even a person in your video. First, upload a video clip of at least 5 seconds. A window will then appear, prompting you to specify exactly what you'd like to swap. You can select all clothing or use the brush tool if you want to target a specific item or detail. For example, changing a building, a sign, or a car in the background. In our case, we'll simply type all clothing. Next, upload the new clothing item you want to use and click on the star button. Before you click, you can access the settings menu to adjust the aspect ratio. If you're using Pika Pro, you have additional model options available, but generally, Pika Pro gives the best results. Click the star and wait for the processing to complete. Additionally, you can retry the operation or use a different prompt or settings if you wish. Pika Swaps isn't limited to clothing. It allows you to replace virtually anything in your video. Let's take this adorable dog, for example. What should we swap it for? Let's say a lizard. Click the star, and here's the result. You also have the option to use the brush tool, which lets you precisely select any element you want to swap. Keep in mind, it won't always work perfectly, but it generally produces very good results, especially when swapping similar shapes. For instance, swapping a backpack for another backpack works well. You might wonder which approach is better, selecting with the brush or using text prompts. Here's a direct comparison I've prepared for you. One video using the brush, another using text prompts. That's how you use the Pika Swaps feature in Pika.art. Let's move on to the next incredible lesson. In this lesson, I'll show you another AI magic trick, placing a realistic elephant right onto Washington Street, next to the iconic Manhattan Bridge. I'll walk you step by step through creating it, animating it, and even adding an extra eye-catching effect. Let's get started. First off, you'll need a base photo. You can choose any location worldwide, but for this example, I'll use a nice shot from pexels.com, licensed under Creative Commons, meaning it's free to use. To add our elephant into this street scene, we'll use a powerful AI tool called Sora by OpenAI. Just head over to Sora.com. While Sora can be used for free, I highly recommend getting the ChatGPT Plus subscription, around $20 per month, as it lets you generate more content faster, making things a lot smoother. Now upload your street photo. Scroll down and you'll find an interface to upload your image and enter your prompt. Select Image. Set the format to vertical, 9:16, and pick 2 variations so you'll have options. Keep the preset setting unchanged for now. Once your photo uploads, click the pencil icon to edit. You'll see 2 options pop up: Create Video and Remix. Select Remix, since we're just modifying part of the image. Notice your cursor has changed into a circular brush. Click and hold down your left mouse button or use your trackpad to highlight where you want the elephant to appear. We want it big and noticeable, so I'll highlight an area over the car in the picture. Next, clearly describe your desired result in the prompt box. I'll type, "An elephant in natural daylight standing on the street." Hit Remix and wait for Sora to process the request. You'll have 2 options. One image typically looks sharper and more realistic. That's exactly what we want. For me, the second image looks great, clear, and natural. Click on your preferred image, then click Download and save it. Now let's animate our elephant. Head to pixverse.ai, select the Create tab, and upload your newly edited image. Set your clip length to about 8 seconds, pick the highest resolution available, and Pixverse will automatically set the correct aspect ratio. In Pixverse, there's an option to control camera movement, but for now, leave it as is, since adding motion might cause unnatural movement in the animation. Now add realistic audio to your scene. In the sound prompt box, enter something like city street noise, New York ambience, elephant walking forward. Use the same prompt, elephant walking forward. In the main prompt field, then hit create. In a few moments, your animated elephant clip is ready. But let's push this further. Pixverse allows us to extend our animation, even adding something extra for impact. Click Extend to lengthen your clip. Ensure you match the exact previous resolution, in our case 720p, to avoid awkward transitions. Extend the video by another 5 seconds, and in the prompt, describe an exciting effect. I'll use colorful paint pours down from above onto the elephant. Click Create, and soon you'll have an extended clip featuring your creative effect. Now we need audio. Download the extended video and import it into CapCut. Drag it onto your timeline and scrub through to the exact moment when the paint hits the elephant. Mark this spot clearly on your timeline. To generate the perfect splash sound, visit 11labs.io, navigate to Sound Effects, type in bucket of water, set an appropriate duration, and generate your effect. Download your favorite sound. Back in CapCut, drop the splash sound onto your timeline at the marked spot. Preview it. If the video seems a bit unnatural or slow motion, no problem. Select your clip, choose speed, and increase it to about 1.7 times. Adjust the audio to sync perfectly. And there you have it. Thanks for joining this lesson. Hope you had fun exploring this incredible AI-powered technique. Now let's jump into the next lesson, where even more amazing AI effects await. See you there. Welcome back to another video lesson. Today, we'll bring old photos to life and smoothly transition between them. I was inspired by this Instagram video. Let's see how to recreate it. You can achieve morphing effects between frames using Dream Machine by lumalabs.ai, but we're going to do it faster and easier with a simpler solution, the new More Frames feature in Pika Labs. Under the Frames tab, choose More Frames. I've prepared an example using Jim Carrey's photos from 1990, 2000, 2010, and 2020. Let's upload these in sequence. It's crucial the photos are somewhat similar. Otherwise, the results might look strange or unintended. Dream Machine, for example, can morph totally different photos, creating a cool old-to-new transition, but you'll likely need several attempts to get it right. With similar photos, however, it goes smoothly. We don't need a prompt here. Just enable looping so the last photo becomes the first again. Select the format. Let's choose Instagram-style 9x16 at 1080p for best quality. Click the star and watch the magic happen. Here's the result you'll see shortly. If you're aiming for the trailer-style transition I showed earlier, I actually used Pixverse, which has a similar frame-to-frame feature under the Transition tab. Just upload the first and last frames. You can add a prompt if you have something specific, like plane emerging from clouds. Otherwise, it'll transition automatically. Here's the Pixverse result. Notice it's a bit slow, so I usually import it into any video editing software, keeping 1 second at the start and end, and speeding up the middle by about 5 times, like this. Finally, here's Dream Machine's pricing. There's a free trial for non-commercial use, but commercial use without watermarks costs $30. It operates similarly, but you can only use 2 frames at a time, meaning you'll need multiple renders stitched together later. Let's dive into the next video. In this lesson, I'll show you how to create a deepfake, how to swap someone else's face onto your own. Sometimes you might get a request from a client, or maybe you're working on your own creative project where you want to swap your face with one generated by AI. Always remember to act ethically and never misuse someone's likeness without permission. We'll be using what I think is currently the best, easiest, and quickest tool available for this. Acool.com. Head over to the Face Swap feature. Previously, there was a free trial available, but currently, it's not an option. It might be temporary, but if you have a project in mind, investing $30 removes the watermark and lets you freely experiment. Now, let's get back to the face swap process. Here's how it works. First, upload your original video. The algorithm will analyze it and identify the face. Next, you'll move to another interface where you can apply a new face to replace the original. Click Upload and choose a high-quality photo with only one clear face visible. After uploading, you'll notice the algorithm may detect additional faces. Pretty amazing, but since we don't need them, we'll delete those extra ones right away. I'll choose Jim Carrey's face for this example. As you can see, the faces are now matched. You also have options to adjust the age older, younger, or choose different model styles. The classic model is universal, but if you prefer more detailed results, you can experiment with others. We'll stick with the classic for now. This will cost us just 20 credits, and we still have 700 left, so it's quite affordable, especially for a 20-second clip. Click Generate Premium Result. Wait a few minutes, and your deepfake is ready. Unlock creative superpowers and bring your wildest video ideas to life faster than ever. I'm excited to see what you'll create. Let's dive in and make some magic together. Pretty cool, right? You might also want to change the voice to match. To do that, you'll need to clone and then process the voice, but that's a topic for another exciting lesson. Stay tuned. In this lesson, I'll show you how to easily transform your video into a new style, like Ghibli style or Anime 2D. We'll use Create AI's fantastic new feature to make this happen. Head over to create.ai. There's a free version available, but for just $10, cancel anytime, you'll get full access. Once logged in, click Show All and find the Video Restyle option. In my opinion, this is currently the best tool for restyling videos, with Runway being a solid second choice. Here's how it works. First, upload your video. Next, simply type the style you want. Let's use Anime 2D as our example. You'll see 4 adjustable settings: depth, edge, pose, and color. These sliders let you control how strongly each aspect affects your new style. For now, we'll leave these settings as they are. Additionally, you can choose from pre-made styles created by other users, such as Ghibli style, or just stick with our example, Anime 2D. Click Generate to start processing. Now, get ready for another magical lesson where I'll show you even more incredible things AI can do. See you there. In this lesson, I'll show you how to bring statues to life using AI, specifically using the Statue of Liberty as our example. After testing various programs like Runway, Kling, Hailuo, Veo2, and PikaArt, I found Pixverse.ai to be the best tool available today. That's because Pixverse has a special effect under the Effects tab called Alive Art, designed exactly for animating statues. To get started, simply upload your photo of the Statue of Liberty or any other statue. Choose your resolution and set the duration. I recommend 8 seconds to give us flexibility to speed it up later, as it tends to generate in slow motion. Turn off the sound, upload your file, and wait for it to process. In the control panel, you can select how many versions you'd like to generate. Let's make 2 versions at once. Leave the style unchanged. It'll cost around 240 credits. Click Create, and let's see the results. Check this out. The first version looks fantastic. Let's quickly review the second one. Well, the first one is definitely better, so now let's download it and move on to enhancing it further. Next, we'll use CapCut to make it more realistic. Import your video clip, drop it onto the timeline, head straight to the speed settings, and speed it up by about 1.6 times. Hit play to check how it looks. Nice improvement. We also need to remove the original audio since it's not needed. You can do this 2 ways. Either reduce the audio levels to 0 or right-click the clip, select Extract Audio, then click on the extracted track and hit Delete. Let's speed it up a little more to about 1.8 times. Next, adjust the format to 9:16 and zoom in slightly to fit. Now let's add sound effects to really bring this to life. We'll create footstep sounds easily using 11labs.io. Go to Sound Effects, type Steps, choose about 4 seconds, and set the prompt expression strength initially to about 15%. Generate it, and let's bump the expression up to 73% to try again. That sounds great. Download and drag it into CapCut. Increase the audio level by about 15 dB. Then synchronize the footsteps precisely with the video. Cut out unnecessary parts for perfect timing. Lastly, let's add some ambient city street sounds. Type City Street in 11labs.io Pick a sound, import it to CapCut, and place it in the background. If it's too short, simply duplicate it by holding Alt and dragging to avoid silence. If you'd like this effect to last longer, you can easily extend it in Pixverse using the Extend feature. Just type a simple prompt like "the statue walks forward," keeping the same resolution to avoid jumps. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next magical lesson of AI Magic Video FX. In this video, I'm going to show you something truly incredible. Something that just a year ago was only in the dreams and imaginations of Hollywood filmmakers and amateur videographers alike. Imagine this. You have a shot that's simply too short, but now, thanks to artificial intelligence, we can actually extend it. Take a look at this example. We have a clip here of a woman running down the street, but unfortunately, it ends a bit too soon. No worries. We've got AI to the rescue. We'll be using Pixverse.ai, which offers an amazing feature called Extend. When uploading your video, make sure the file is no larger than 50 megabytes and not longer than 30 seconds. Next, choose how much you want to extend the clip. Let's say by 5 seconds, and select the desired resolution. We'll go for the highest available quality. Currently, options like standard motion or smooth motion aren't fully available yet. But don't worry, the standard setting works perfectly, especially since our clip already has a subtle slow motion effect. All that's left to do is enter a descriptive prompt, click Create, and watch the magic unfold. From this point on, everything you see is generated entirely by artificial intelligence. But that's not all. I've got something equally amazing coming up in the next video. Stay tuned. In this video, you'll learn how to generate something like this: a creative macro shot featuring tiny figures applying mascara to eyelashes. We're generating this entirely from text, or a prompt. And a key tip here is to make sure your prompts are clear and descriptive, especially for abstract scenes like this one. In this case, the prompt is detailed but not overly long, and it translates roughly as a close-up of a human eye with long eyelashes and a warm-colored iris. Tiny figures dressed in black uniforms surround the eye, some holding objects resembling mascara brushes. We also have a sound prompt, but we won't need that. We'll use Pixverse and its image or text-to-video function for this. Of course, we could also try Sora, and I'll show you those results in a moment. But first, here in Pixverse, let's remove any existing images. I slightly changed the prompt, so the figures are dressed in red instead of black. Let's set the aspect ratio to 9:16 and click Create. For comparison, let's use exactly the same prompt in Sora. Switch from image to video, paste the prompt, double-check the aspect ratio, and choose 720p resolution, which renders 4 times slower, but it's fine. Hit Create. Pixverse has already finished processing. Here the figures are red. The result looks similar, yet slightly different. That's the nature of AI generation. You won't always get identical outcomes. So, it's a good practice to tweak or regenerate your prompt occasionally. See, here's another Pixverse generation, and here's the result from Sora. Sora tends to look a bit more realistic, but in this case, the microfigure's motion isn't quite perfect. I'm showing you this to highlight that no single generator is always the best. Here's one of my earlier attempts in landscape orientation. The lesson here is, always experiment with multiple tools. Each one has its own strengths. Some might excel in macro shots, others in landscapes or characters. In this lesson, I'll show you some incredible AI magic, how to bring old oil paintings to life and even change their format to vertical orientation. You'll see how to animate a century-old New York landscape painting using Runway. RunwayML.com has been an amazing generative AI tool from the beginning. Let's head to Generate Video to start. Runway provides some free credits, but it's definitely worth opting for at least a month of their paid plan if you're doing a larger project. Luckily, they offer a free starter plan with 125 credits, enough for about 5 short video generations. The standard paid plan is just $15, giving you watermark removal and the ability to upscale your videos. Now, let's get started. In the Generate Video section, upload your oil painting image. Next, choose the Gen 4 model. It's slightly slower, but provides more accurate results. Enter the prompt. Everything is alive. The camera flies forward. Set your video length to about 10 seconds, which gives you flexibility for speeding it up later. Hit Generate and wait for the magic. Here's the generated video. Boats move smoothly, smoke rises realistically, and flags wave perfectly. No glitches or collisions. Amazing, right? But we can take it even further by changing the format to vertical. Click Actions. Select Expand Video. And AI will fill in the top and bottom to change the aspect ratio. Clear the original prompt and type something specific like oil painting of Old New York. Notice the model switches automatically to Gen 3 Turbo because higher quality models can't handle video expansion. Click Generate. Again. Now you have your expanded video, which looks fantastic. For even better quality, upscale it to 4K using 20 credits. The result is sharper, clearer, and full of amazing detail. Download the final product. Finally, enhance your video with audio effects using 11 Labs. Go to Sound Effects, create sounds like seagulls, water, and city ambience from prompts, and mix them into your video. Adjust your project to 9x16 format in CapCut, and you're done. Enjoy bringing your images to life and creating viral reels. Now let's jump into the next exciting AI Magic Video FX lesson. In this lesson, we're revisiting Higgsfield.ai, a fantastic tool that's continually surprising us with incredibly high-quality special effects, almost like those you'd see in professional music videos or big-budget Hollywood films. Today, I'll show you how to create an impressive time-lapse effect that transitions smoothly from day to night using just a single photo. To get started, you'll need a single photo. I've used one taken from the Empire State Building with my iPhone. Head over to Higgsfield.ai and select the time-lapse landscape effect. Additionally, to make our scene more dynamic, we'll combine this with the FPV drone effect, making it look like the camera is soaring forward through the air. Notice we have the option to adjust the intensity of these effects. For the maximum visual impact, set the day-to-night transition to 100% and do the same with the drone camera effect. No additional prompt is needed here. Set the duration to around 5 seconds, then hit Generate. Once your effect is ready, download the clip and import it directly into CapCut. Now we'll enhance it further by adding sound effects and speeding it up a bit. I suggest adding storm sound effects for extra intensity. In CapCut, about half a second into the clip, make a cut by pressing B and make another cut roughly a second before the clip ends to create a dynamic middle segment. Select this segment, navigate to Speed, and increase it by 10 times to enhance the time-lapse effect. Snap the segments together using the magnetic tool to ensure smooth continuity, then preview the result. Adjust the timing of your audio effects, particularly the storm sound, to sync perfectly with the visual speed change. Fine-tune the speed adjustment slightly if necessary to achieve perfect synchronization. When satisfied, export your video by clicking Export, then Open Folder, and your finished video is ready. Let's dive into the next video. In this lesson, I'll show you how to train your own face, or someone else's, so you can later generate images of that person in different scenarios, locations, and angles just by using text prompts. Essentially, you'll learn how to create and train a custom AI model. We'll be using Cree.ai, an incredible tool packed with features, including the latest integrations with ChatGPT and Ideogram 3.0 for image generation. To create your custom model, first, navigate to the Image tab, select Style, and click the plus icon. This action unlocks the new training feature, which isn't normally visible. Now you'll see the Training option, where you can train your own model. Here you can see some of my previous training examples, but today we'll train a new model. Let's use a well-known example, Donald Trump. The more high-resolution images you have, the better the model will be. Aim for at least 10, but up to 50 is ideal from various angles. If you get a notification that the images are too few or low resolution, just upload more. Once you're ready, hit Train and give it a few minutes to complete. Once the model is trained using the Flux One model, select it. Notice there's a slider for expression strength. Let's set it almost to the max for more vivid results. Now, let's test it out. Type in Donald Trump dressed as the Pope, and here we have some examples. You can easily generate more variations. For another fun example, let's type Donald Trump on a spaceship and see how it turns out. This is how easy it is to generate custom AI-generated images using your trained model in Cree.ai with the Flux One model. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next magical lesson. In this lesson, I'll show you how to use the Act 1 feature to bring 2D or 3D animated characters to life, syncing their movements and speech with your own. We'll use Runway for this, so let's dive straight into the Generate Video section, where you'll find Act 1 on the left-hand side. First, you can record yourself with your webcam to capture your movements, or you can upload existing video footage. Next, you'll select a reference image. You can choose from several provided examples or upload your own photo. The software will automatically detect the person's face and body movements. Let's pick an example, this gentleman right here, and generate. The exciting part is that not only mouth movements, but also head movements and facial expressions are captured and transferred to the animated character. For instance, we have an animated George Washington here. Let's give him new gestures and expressions as well. And here's our first result. Thank you so much for joining AI Magic Video FX. Get ready to explore powerful tools, unlock creative superpowers, and bring your wildest video ideas to life faster than ever. I'm excited to see what you'll create. Let's dive in and make some magic together. Here's another example that lasts 19 seconds. Even though our original footage was only 5 seconds, it loops automatically, giving us continuous animation. Thank you so much for joining AI Magic Video FX. Get ready to explore powerful tools, unlock creative superpowers, and bring your wildest video ideas to life faster than ever. I'm excited to see what you'll create. Let's dive in and make some magic together. That's how the Act 1 feature lets you animate characters using your gestures, speech, facial expressions, and mouth movements. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson. In this lesson, we'll use the magic of AI to bring old photos to life, not only by animating them, but also by enhancing their quality. We'll be using Photoshop for this amazing transformation, working with an old photo of New York City and another of my great-grandfather. Let's dive into Photoshop's neural filters. You'll need to download a few plugins, but the key one is Colorize, which brings color back into your black and white images. We'll also use JPEG artifact removal to clean up the photo and photo restoration, which boosts facial detail and overall image quality. The last slider helps eliminate scratches and dust from your picture. Wait a moment and you'll see the magic happen. If the resolution of your photo is low, you can zoom in using the Super Zoom plugin. Just click the plus sign, hit. Now, let's tackle the second photo of New York. Again, head to Neural Filters and follow the same steps. Colorize, restore, and remove JPEG artifacts. Apply Super Zoom at 2x magnification to significantly enlarge your photo. Then export the result as a PNG or JPG. For animating portraits, like the one of my great-grandfather, Pixverse is your best bet. Go to Create, upload your photo, set the duration, resolution, and enter your prompt. My prompt is: the person in the photo smiles as if posing for a studio photo shoot. Click Create, and here's the animated result of my great-grandfather. If you want to animate scenes without people, like landscapes or old paintings, Runway is your top choice. It's incredibly precise for these tasks. Go to Generate Video, upload your photo, and use the prompt. Everything comes alive. The camera flies forward. Choose the Gen 4 model. Slightly pricier, but more detailed than Gen 4 Turbo. Keep the default aspect ratio, set the duration to 5 seconds, and hit Generate. The result looks fantastic, right? You can even expand your video by clicking Actions and selecting Expand Video to go from landscape to portrait, generating extra space above and below. Lastly, upscale your creation to 4K. Now get ready for another amazing magical lesson in AI Magic Video FX. See you there. In this lesson, I'll show you how to create your very own avatar that speaks using your words, either from text or spoken directly into a microphone. Right now, the best solution out there is HeyGen, offering the perfect balance of quality and price. It costs just $29 per month, and you can cancel anytime. If you just want to try it out first, there's also a free version that lets you generate a 3-minute video, but it comes with a watermark. Once you're in the HeyGen interface, click on Avatars, then choose Create New Avatar and select Hyper-Realistic Avatar. You'll be shown guidelines on how your footage should look. Ideally, your video should be around 2 to 3 minutes long, with you speaking naturally to the camera. Avoid exaggerated gestures, just move normally, positioned according to the rule of thirds. Eyes around the upper third, hands at the lower third line. Your footage can be up to 4K resolution, should be under 10 GB and no shorter than 30 seconds. Here's what my footage looks like. I simply speak naturally into the camera, share stories, and gesture slightly to keep it authentic. Once you've uploaded your video, you can choose whether to improve the audio. I recommend leaving it unchecked for a more natural sound and keep the 4K resolution selected. Hit Next, and you'll need to confirm it's your face and that you have rights to the image. It's best to use a laptop with a webcam for this step, as you'll need to record yourself speaking some provided words. I've already completed this, so I'll just skip ahead. This process usually takes a few minutes. After submitting, your new avatar will be available in your dashboard. Personally, I have several avatars because you can create up to 100 different looks in one folder. These looks can vary widely, even filmed near iconic locations like Times Square. Select your avatar and click Create. Choose your desired video format. If your original video is horizontal, keep it horizontal to avoid blank spaces. You'll then enter an interface with a timeline and sample text for your avatar to speak. Click the text, and on the left, you'll see a text box to enter your own script. Crucially, you can also select the voice your avatar will use. You can pick your own voice, another voice you've created earlier, or choose from Hagen's extensive library. I prefer using my own voice. You can fine-tune this voice, adjust the accent, style, and stability, and I recommend using Speaker Boost. For added naturalness, speed up the voice slightly, by about 10%. Click Play to generate a quick audio preview. Confirm the length and synchronization, then click Submit. Choose your resolution and frame rate, add any desired captions, and confirm. Once rendered, check the final product, download it, and you've got a perfect video featuring your own avatar, speaking your script in your voice.
Welcome to the new era of video creation with Hagen. Simply type your script to get started.
Now, get ready for another amazing lesson. Hey there! In this lesson, I'll show you how to remove a person or object from your video. We used to do this on runwayml.com, but now there's a much better solution. Check out the original footage. There's a figure I wanted to remove because it moves almost like a statue and it's too distracting. And here's the result. I think it looks really good. To get started, head over to klingai.com, not klink.ai, which is a different site. Go to Video. Then select Multi-Elements and open the Delete tab. Upload your original clip for editing. All right, now we need to do two things. First, click Edit and mark what you want to remove. It could be the statue, the person, anything. Everything highlighted in green will be deleted. We'll use the eraser tool to refine our selection down to the exact object. As you can see, it's nicely marked. Let's move on and set another keyframe. Next, you can preview the full highlighted area across your clip. This might take a moment, or you can trust the AI and move on, but we're not finished yet. It's a good idea to add a prompt to guide the AI. I type delete human in curly braces, then choose from and select our uploaded video. You just enter monkey for the label and pick the video you've sent. That's it. It costs 50 credits. Click generate and wait. You might be wondering how it'll look once the statue is gone too. Let's check it out. Thanks for watching. See you in the next lesson. In this lesson, I'll show you how to quickly and easily create custom background music for your videos, perfect for commercials or any type of project. We'll use an amazing tool called Suno.com. Suno isn't just great for instrumentals. It can even create full songs. The latest model available right now is version 4.5. Here's how the pricing works. There's a free version that gives you access to an older but still excellent model, allowing you to generate up to 10 songs per month for non-commercial use. For just $10 a month, you unlock the latest model and can create up to 500 songs monthly, including commercial use. Since I'm already on the paid plan, let's dive right into creating. Click Create, and you'll see a text box for entering your lyrics. If you don't have lyrics, no worries. Just click Full Song, describe the theme, and choose the model that will generate the lyrics. The newest beta model is excellent for this. I'll shorten our prompt a bit, which I previously generated using ChatGPT. Now we have two song versions. Type or paste your lyrics into the text box, choose your music style. There are suggested genres, or you can type your own like pop rock, specify any styles you definitely don't want, select the vocalist, or leave it as is, and give your song a title. Hit create, and in just a moment, you'll have 2 versions of your song. Click play to preview each one.
No film school tuition, no student debt loans, the skills that pay bills at the click of a button. Welcome to the future. Welcome to AI. Welcome to AI Magic Video Effects. And download my knowledge. AI is the way, the ultimate guide to create and design and monetize. Welcome to the future. Welcome to AI. Welcome to AI Magic Video Effects.
If you'd prefer an instrumental version, just select Instrumental and Regenerate. Once you're happy with the track, click the 3 dots to edit, crop, repeat, or extend the song. Suno gives you many options, including creating a full-length radio-ready track. You can easily download your final track in MP3 or wavy format, or share a direct link. Suno AI is truly incredible for creating catchy, rhythmic, and professional soundtracks or songs for your videos. Now let's jump into another amazing AI-powered lesson. In this lesson, I'll show you how to bring the iconic New York Bull to life and have it jump out of a Times Square advertisement featuring a departing DeLorean. Let's get started. First, you'll need a photo of the bull and 2 applications, Pixverse and OpenMagic. Start by opening Pixverse and select the Create option. Upload your bull image, making sure you're in the Image or Text tab. Set the clip length to 8 seconds and choose the highest available resolution. Leave the camera setting as it is. For your prompt, type, "The bull is alive." Don't use the alive art effect. That's designed for people, not animals. Just clearly specify your subject and action. You can also use the same prompt under auto sounds for some matching audio. Hit create and let Pixverse do its thing. Once done, preview your animation. Looks great, right? Go ahead and download it. Next, move to the second application, OpenMagic. They offer free credits, but I recommend the paid option, $15 per month for 10 videos without watermarks. If you plan to use it commercially, it costs $39. Inside OpenMagic, navigate to the Video section. Choose your location, Times Square with a DeLorean for our example. Yes, the DeLorean scene here is real and even features Doc Brown. Upload your bull clip, click Create Magic, then head over to My Videos to see the final result. Download your finished video. Now let's make the bull leap onto the street. Open your video in CapCut. Extract a single frame from the clip. You can do this using Adobe Premiere Pro, your phone's screenshot feature, or a video player like MPCHC on Windows. Upload this frame back into Pixverse with the prompt DeLorean, again set for 8 seconds. Once generated, download your clip. To make it realistic, import it back into CapCut, speed up the clip if needed, and add appropriate sounds, car noises, bull hooves, generated using 11 Labs. Clean up any unnecessary segments, and finalize your edit. Export your finished video and you're set. Thanks for watching and see you in the next magical lesson of AI Magic Video FX. In this lesson, we're diving into some amazing AI magic, specifically bringing your ancestors to life and giving them a hug. Yep, you heard me right. We're going to use Pixverse again because they've got a special effect called Hug Your Love. Here's how you do it. First, select the Hug Your Love effect. Then upload a photo of yourself next to your ancestor. Just place them side by side in the same image. Next, pick your resolution. Choose the duration and feel free to turn off the sound. No other settings needed, so hit create and wait for the magic. Boom. Check this out. Your ancestors just came to life. Now, if you have 2 separate photos and can't easily combine them, don't worry. Kling.ai has you covered. Head over to Kling.ai, click on Effects, and select the hug effect. Then upload 2 separate images, one of yourself and one of the person you want to hug. Hit accept, and here's your awesome result. Just a quick heads up, the images might get slightly cropped, but the result still looks fantastic. Now get ready for another incredible, magical video. Stay tuned to see what else AI can do in the world of video. In this quick lesson, I'll show you how to easily and quickly clone your own voice, or someone else's voice that you have permission to use. I absolutely don't recommend cloning public figures' voices, and often tools have built-in safeguards against that anyway. We'll use 11 Labs, a great tool that offers 30,000 credits, about 30 minutes of audio, for just $5 per month. You can create up to 10 different voice clones with this subscription, and you can cancel anytime. Once you've subscribed, head over to the voice cloning section. Click Add a New Voice and select either Instant Voice for quick cloning or upload a more extensive audio file, up to 30 minutes, for higher quality. For instant voice cloning, a natural, roughly 1-minute reading works best, but a quick 10-second recording through your microphone will also do. Let's try it out.
Hi, my name is Adrian Kila.
Once your recording is done, hit Next, name your voice, choose the language, and confirm that you have the legal right to use this voice. Then click Generate Speech, select your newly cloned voice, and click View. Now type in the text you'd like your cloned voice to speak. You'll see adjustable sliders for speed, stability, similarity, and expression strength. I suggest turning on Speaker Boost and tweaking these settings to get your desired effect. When ready, click Generate Speech.
Hello, this is AI Magic Video FX. Hello, this is AI Magic Video FX. Hello, this is AI Magic Video FX.
That's me speaking, generated entirely from text. You can easily download the audio as an MP3 file. That's the magic of artificial intelligence and voice cloning with 11 Labs. Now, join me for the next exciting lesson. In this lesson, I'll show you how to achieve a disappearing Cadillac effect. We'll use Kling AI, a tool designed for creating videos from text as well as animating photos. To start, go to Image to Video and upload your photo. In my case, I don't actually want much motion, just a subtle, natural movement. So I'll select the stationary camera preset. 5 seconds of output is enough, and we'll generate the video without changing any other settings. The result is a video clip where the person slightly moves, and more importantly, the leaves in the foreground sway very naturally. Now, we need to remove the car in the center. How do we do this? We'll use Runway's In-Painting feature. Go to runwayml.com, navigate to All Tools, and select In-Painting. You'll recognize it by the icon with 2 smoking characters. Upload the video we just created, and then adjust the brush size for convenience. Currently, there's no AI auto selection, so we'll have to manually outline the area to be removed. It doesn't have to be perfect, just roughly cover the car. Immediately, magic happens. The car disappears. We can see that the window area has been seamlessly filled in, and it looks even better than my original trailer, which had a small artifact that I ended up leaving. Now, click Done, then Export. Select Full HD and click Export Video. The processing might take a few minutes, but you'll see the Assets tab in the bottom right corner once it's done. Click MP4 to download your video. Next, import both the original and the edited videos into any video editing software. Both have the same resolution, which makes it easy. Trim around the first 1 second or so of each video and then combine them. The transition looks perfect. To enhance the effect, let's add a color mate for a quick flash. Because, of course, magic typically happens under some kind of cover. A brief flash works perfectly here. Lastly, let's add sound effects. Head over to 11 Labs and use the prompts Magic Flash and Nature Forest to generate some ambient background sounds. Set the duration around 3 seconds, but let's speed it up slightly. Maybe double the speed and shorten it, as we only need a quick moment. Perfect. Now, let's add subtle AI-generated nature sounds for a more immersive atmosphere. Fantastic. Thanks so much for joining this lesson, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. In this lesson, I'll show you how to create a seamless hybrid video that blends real-world footage with AI-generated visuals. We'll use a real clip filmed at Broadway 368, home of my favorite creator, Casey Neistat, and combine it with a colorful AI-generated paint explosion effect using Pixverse. To achieve the best results, your original footage should ideally be completely stable. Note, if your footage is already perfectly stable, you can skip the stabilization step in Premiere Pro and work entirely within CapCut. If there's even slight camera movement, we'll first stabilize it using Adobe Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve. In Premiere Pro, go to the Effects panel, search for Warp Stabilizer, and drag it onto your clip. Under Effect Controls, change the stabilization mode from Smooth Motion to No Motion. Although the image will be slightly cropped, you'll end up with a perfectly stable shot. Next, export a single frame from your stabilized clip as a PNG file. We'll use this image in Pixverse. Upload the PNG to Pixverse and enter the following prompt. Colorful paint explodes from windows. Only in the top half of the frame, the bottom remains unchanged. Choose the highest available resolution, preferably 1080p, and generate the effect. After Pixverse finishes processing, download your AI-generated video and open CapCut. Import both your stabilized original video and the Pixverse-generated clip onto the timeline, placing the AI-generated clip on the top track. If there's a slight unwanted movement at the beginning of your AI-generated clip, trim that part off so the animation starts smoothly. Now let's mask these two clips together. In CapCut, select your top AI-generated clip, click Mask, and choose the Split option. This will allow you to blend your clips seamlessly. Adjust the mask line to find the perfect point of transition, ideally around the moving car in the frame. Feather the mask edges slightly for a smooth, natural look. Review your blend carefully. If the explosion extends beyond your desired masking point, trim the AI-generated clip accordingly to keep the blend looking realistic. Next, add realistic audio effects to enhance your video. Generate a suitable sound effect, like splashing paint or pouring water using 11 Labs, and import it into CapCut. Place this sound precisely at the moment of the paint explosion for optimal realism. Finally, export your completed project from CapCut. Your hybrid video, combining real footage with stunning AI-generated visuals, is now ready. Let's move on to the next exciting AI Magic Video FX lesson. In this lesson, I'll show you how to replace the famous Las Vegas sphere with Chicago's iconic bean, CloudGate. For this, we'll use Pika.art, an amazing tool that's constantly inspiring us with its innovative features and high-quality effects. Pika.art offers incredible and easy-to-use effects in the Pika.effects section. Here you can quickly transform your video, like turning your product into a cake, blowing it up, or even making a large building float away. But today we'll focus specifically on swapping objects. Go to the Pika Swaps section and upload your original video. Immediately, the brush tool appears. Use this to highlight the sphere in your footage. But we're not done yet. Click the plus icon, plus, and upload a reference photo of CloudGate, ensuring Pika clearly understands what to generate. Next, select your settings, choosing a vertical format of 9:16. Although you can enter negative prompts to avoid certain changes, it's unnecessary here, as we're just replacing the sphere with the bean. Hit the star icon, and your effect will start generating. Once ready, download your new video and immediately import it into CapCut. Also, import your original footage. Place both clips on the timeline, positioning the newly generated video on the top track. Align the original clip to the far left and trim the new video to just under 1 second. Zoom into your timeline to ensure accuracy, then play the clip to preview the transition. Everything looks great, but we need sound to enhance the realism. Generate an appropriate sound effect using 11 Labs, download it, and insert it precisely where the transition occurs. If two overlapping audio tracks appear, simply lower the volume of the unwanted one to 0 by adjusting the decibel levels. Finally, trim the original clip as needed to neatly end your video. Click Export, Export again, and Open Folder to view your completed effect. Now join me for another incredible magical lesson in AI Magic Video FX. See you there. In this lesson, I'll show you how we created the magical levitation effect from the AI Magic course commercial, where a magician is seen effortlessly floating the AI Magic Video FX box. We'll use Sora.com for this tutorial. Although you could attempt this using ChatGPT, Sora.com is much simpler, offers extra features, and is my top recommendation. First, head to Sora.com, click the plus button, and upload your product image. In this case, the AI Magic Video FX box. Next, enter the prompt. A magician like Houdini on stage levitating the AI Magic Video FX box. Choose a vertical aspect ratio, select 2 variations, click Remix, and wait a moment. Once your files are ready, you'll see 2 generated options. Pick the one where the box looks most accurate. Don't worry if it's not perfect. We'll fix it shortly. Select your chosen image, click Remix again, highlight the box, and upload the original product image once more. Enter a new prompt. Maintain precise details of the object, and hit Remix again. Now, your box should look significantly better. Download this improved image, move over to Pixverse, select Create, Image or Text, upload your magician's image, and type the prompt. The magician is smiling. Click Create, and you're done. That's exactly how we made the levitation effect. For more amazing lessons on AI magic, stay tuned. Hey everyone! In this video, I'll show you how to spice up your smartphone footage by bringing static figures, plush toys, and other objects to life. To do this, we're using Pixverse, a fantastic tool you're probably already familiar with. It's perfect for animating objects. There's a ton of cool features here. Just go to the Effects tab, upload your video, and pick the effect you want. If you're looking to animate a plush figure so it stands up and walks, I'd suggest the Alive Art effect. But if you want your toy to dance, both Let's Dance and Subject 3 Forever work great. Alive Art also gives a nice result. After that, choose your clip length, either 5 or 8 seconds. Keep in mind, the effect kicks in on the very last frame of your original video. So if your clip is 30 seconds, the magic only starts at second 30. Here, my example is 8 seconds, so it's actually better to keep your original clip shorter. From experience, I'd recommend choosing the 8-second option, since the animation tends to be slower, and you can always speed it up later if needed. However, with 8 seconds, you're limited to 720p resolution. For full HD quality, you need to select the 5-second option. It's totally up to you. Next, there's the auto sound feature, which I'd turn off. You probably won't need it. Also, you can make your figure say something in one of the available character voices if you want. There's even a style option if you'd like to shift the overall mood of your scene, but we're skipping that for now. This will cost you 120 credits, and here's your current credit balance. Hit Create, and you're all set. That wraps up our animation lesson, but we're not done yet. I've got something equally awesome coming up. Catch you in the next video. In this lesson, I'm going to show you exactly how I created that cool effect from the AI Magic ad, where we transformed a mannequin into a living model wearing the exact same outfit. To pull this off, we're going to use an amazing tool by OpenAI called Sora. Just go ahead and type Sora.com into your browser. I highly recommend having the ChatGPT Plus plan. That's the $20 subscription, because you'll be able to generate images faster and more consistently. All right, first step, upload the photo of your mannequin. Once it's uploaded, we'll use this prompt. A photo of a woman modeling clothing, professionally shot in a photography studio, detailed and realistic. Don't change the clothes. Preserve accurate colors and white balance. This way, the AI understands we want the same outfit and maintains those essential white tones to give it a real professional studio look. After typing in our prompt, we select Remix and wait for it to process. While we're waiting for the AI magic to happen, let's jump over quickly to 11labs.io, navigate to the sound effects section, and type the prompt Ring. Let's set the duration to about 2.5 seconds and the expression strength to about 12%. What we're looking to create here is a short and crisp sound effect, a sort of magical ring or ding, which we'll use to mark the moment when the static image turns into a lively, moving video. Pick the sound you like best, download it, and keep it handy. Okay, back to Sora. By now, our new images should be ready. You'll typically get a couple of versions, so let's take a look and choose the one we like best. Usually, you want to pay close attention to 2 things here: the naturalness of the model's face, and, more importantly, for us, how accurately the clothing matches the original mannequin's outfit. In my opinion, the left one here looks the most accurate, so we'll select this one, download it, and save it. Next step, we'll hop over to Pixverse.ai. Here we navigate to Create, select Image or Text, set our video length to 5 seconds and resolution to the highest available, then upload our newly generated model photo from Sora. We definitely want to uncheck the auto sound option here to avoid adding any random sound. In the prompt box, we'll type something simple like, "The model turns around slowly to show her outfit. The camera remains stationary." Now let's click Create. I suggest generating one more variation, perhaps simply typing "just smiling" in the prompt, this time to get a different style. Hit Create again, and we'll have two nice options ready in a few moments. All right, we now have both videos ready. Personally, I really like the one where the model is smiling gently, so let's go with that one. Download the chosen video clip onto your computer and open CapCut, where we're going to piece it all together. In CapCut, let's drag in all our materials: the original mannequin image, our newly animated model video from Pixverse, and our cool sound effect generated by 11 Labs. First, drop the static mannequin image onto the timeline and scale it to match our project ratio, which in this case will be vertical 9:16. Now, just under 1 second into the video, hit B to cut it, switch back to the selection tool, A, click the unwanted section, and delete it. Now let's place the animated model video clip from Pixverse exactly where we made the cut. Adjust and scale it accordingly so it fills the frame nicely. You might notice the first second or so doesn't show much movement, so feel free to trim that initial part to keep things snappy. Again, use B to cut, then select and delete the unwanted segment. Now grab your 11 Lab sound effect, drag it onto the timeline, and line it up precisely at the transition point between your static and animated clips. Zoom into the timeline to make sure this sync point is exact. You might encounter some snapping difficulties if CapCut's magnet icon is activated, so just turn it off temporarily to position the audio clip perfectly. Leave around 1 or 2 blank black frames between the clips. This small pause enhances the effect. The animated video might look slightly slow motion, so let's speed it up around 1.6 times to give it a more natural pace. Hit play to preview your effect. Looking pretty good, right? Now, if you want an extra professional touch, let's add a quick white flash at the moment of transition. Head to CapCut's background library. Grab a white solid background. Resize it to fill the screen and place it exactly into those couple of blank frames you left earlier. Adjust the duration to precisely fill this small gap. Finally, let's prepare our export. Drag your playhead to the end of the final clip. Click O to set the export range. Double check your settings, ensure you have audio enabled, 30 FPS selected, and correct save location, and hit Export. Once exported, open your folder to see your final video file. And there you have it. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you in the next incredible lesson filled with even more AI magic. Animation, animation, animation. This trend is definitely gonna be huge this year, especially with all these new AI tools like Pika Labs making it so easy. Let me show you what I mean. In Pika Art, there's a cool feature called Pika Additions, letting you add animated elements right onto your video clips. First, upload your clip. Keep it short, no more than 5 seconds, because that's when the magic happens. Next, select a photo or choose one of the ready-made animated characters. Here's a skunk, for example. Let's go with that. You need a prompt, so let's quickly check our settings to make sure the proportions look good. Perfect. For the prompt, type something like, "an animal sitting on the table." Here's my original smartphone clip. Nothing special. But now with Pika, we'll add our animated animal. Click the star button and wait for the result. Here's the final effect. You can also easily add real people or AI-generated figures to your clips. Just remember, double check your proportions since they don't always set automatically. Click the star again, and you're good to go. Keep in mind, the technology isn't perfect yet. But in short, dynamic shots, minor details usually aren't noticeable. That wraps up the Pika Additions feature. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, let's jump into another exciting video. See you there. In this lesson, we're going to create something equally unique and magical, changing a video's orientation from horizontal to vertical format. To achieve this, we'll use Runway at runwayml.com, a platform you're familiar with from previous lessons. First, click on Generate Video, then navigate to the Expand Video section. This is where you can seamlessly extend your video's frame. Simply upload your horizontal or vertical footage, and Runway can transform it into the format you need. In our example, we'll expand the horizontal video to fill in the top and bottom areas, making it perfect for viewing on a smartphone. Optionally, you can use a prompt to guide the AI on what should appear in the extended areas. Let's type New York as our prompt, then click Generate. Additionally, to improve the resolution and quality of your video, I recommend upgrading it to 4K for just 6 credits. After generation, download your video and you're done. Here's the impressive final result. Clearly, we're witnessing the magic of AI. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you did, I'll see you in the next video. In this lesson, I'll show you how to transform a simple stock photo, even one with watermarks, into a professional quality ad shot. It's fast and easy, thanks to a brand new feature on runwayml.com, which, like most tools, offers free credits. To start, click Get Started. Select Generative Video, then choose Gen 4 Reference. This new tool combines multiple photos, similar to Klinged AI's multi-elements feature. All we need to do is upload our images. You can upload up to 3. My main shot is this Shutterstock Nutella photo, but I'll also add nuts and bread to enhance it. Now that our 3 images are uploaded, we need to label them clearly. Trust me, this matters later. I'll name them Nutella and Nuts. Next, we type exactly what we want into the prompt. I'm using nuts around Nutella. In the background, there is bread. Finally, specify the location and style. Home table, advertising light, advertising style. When entering your image names, always type the I sign. This shows all your uploaded images highlighted in purple, confirming AI understands them correctly. Next, we pick an aspect ratio and generate 4 variations. Here are the results. I'll choose this one. Download it. Quickly dropping it into Photoshop, I select the area with unwanted text using the lasso, click Generate Fill, and after a moment, it's fixed. Save as PNG and let's move to Pixverse. Click Create. Pick the newest, highest quality model, choose Image or Text. Upload your runway-generated and Photoshop-enhanced image. Select the highest resolution, unfortunately limited to 5 seconds, not 8, and the aspect ratio will auto-set. Important step. Choose your camera movement. I'll pick a crane shot. It's inverted, but we'll fix that shortly. Don't change anything else. Just hit Generate. Here's our final effect. The Nutella even slightly moves due to warmth. That's fine. Download and drop it into CapCut, placing it on the timeline. Set the aspect ratio matching the original. Select speed, curve, jump cut, stretch it out, click smooth slow motion, select optical flow, then reverse the clip by right-clicking, choosing edit and reverse. In seconds, your footage is ready and looks even better after exporting. Here's the final look. I hope this inspired you to create ads for your own products. If so, that's awesome, and don't forget to check out other lessons from AI Magic Video FX. Here's how to do it. First, upload your simple phone photo into Sora. In the prompt box, type something like, transform this shoe into a professional studio shot on a white background. Select vertical format, ask for 2 variations, hit remix, and wait a moment. Once generated, pick your favorite version. Say you prefer the shoe lying flat on a white table. Remix it again and type, remove hand, shoe lying on seamless white table. Perfect. It already looks commercial grade. Now, let's place the shoe in different environments. Remix again with prompts like, the shoe is on an athlete's foot on a tennis court, advertising style lighting. The shoe is on a traveler's foot in the mountains, advertising style lighting. The shoe is on a skater's foot on a skateboard, advertising style lighting. After generating these images, download them. If an image is flipped, simply use a basic tool like MS Paint to flip it horizontally. To animate your sequence, while you might think of using PicaArt's frame-to-frame feature, Pixverse's transition is better for product ads. Generate individual transitions between your images. For example, mountain to tennis court to skateboard, and download these videos. Import them into your favorite editing software, CapCut, Final Cut, or even a mobile app. Notice any small gaps between transitions, simply uncheck Uniform Scale and slightly stretch the video by 1%. If you see black bars, just nest the clips together and scale them uniformly to fix. Speed up your sequence by about 1.5 times for a snappy final video. Now, let's add some audio. Generate whoosh transitions with 11 Labs by typing whooshes into their sound effects tool. Download and place these sound effects perfectly timed with your transitions. Finally, add some background music to bring everything together. With these simple steps, you've turned a basic phone photo into a dynamic, professional-looking advertisement video. No studio required. Now join me for another magical tutorial coming up next. In this lesson, I'll show you how to quickly and easily transform a simple smartphone photo of a handbag into a professional-looking studio shot using Sora and just one prompt. No fancy cameras or backgrounds needed. Plus, you can even place this handbag onto a model and animate it. Here's how to do it. First, we go to Sora.com, and at the bottom, we'll see a text box. Make sure Image is selected here, and upload a photo of our handbag, taken, for example, with a smartphone. Next, simply use the prompt. Replace with a photo from a professional photo shoot on a white background. Set the aspect ratio, choose how many variations you want, and hit Remix. Great. Now we have 4 different versions to pick from. I think the first and last ones look most professional. Let's choose the last one. Now, to place the handbag realistically on a person's shoulder, click Remix. Select the first variation and enter this prompt. A handbag hangs on the model's shoulder. A photo from a professional photo shoot in a dark city street. Flash, wide angle. Select the aspect ratio again, pick 2 variations, and remix it. Perfect. We have our results. Choose your favorite, download the image, and now let's upload it and move on to Kling. To animate your model, upload her image to Kling.ai using image to video with the prompt, a model turning around to show the outfit, stationary camera. Remember to clearly label your AI-generated content to avoid misleading viewers. It's always good practice to mix real photos alongside your AI creations. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson of AI Magic. In this amazing lesson, I'll show you how to change the iconic Hollywood sign into your own customized text, any words you want. It's incredibly simple, thanks to OpenMagic, an app that offers free credits for testing. Keep in mind, though, the free version adds a watermark and doesn't allow commercial use. For just $15 per month, you get full HD quality and up to 10 video generations without watermarks. And for $40 per month, you can even use your generated content commercially. Think that's expensive? Actually, it's a steal compared to what you'd pay for real advertisements in locations like these. Definitely worth it, in my opinion. To change the Hollywood sign, simply navigate to the Text tab in OpenMagic. Here, you'll find the Hollywood sign template, along with several other impressive options, like drones over St. Peter's Square in Rome or scenes from Dubai. Choose the Hollywood template, enter your desired text, in this case AI Magic Video FX, then click Create Magic. After just a few minutes, your custom Hollywood sign video is ready. Simply download it to your device, and you're all set. Now get ready for another incredible lesson that's sure to blow your mind. See you there. In this lesson, you're going to see how to create scenes using artificial intelligence combined with your own images and graphics. Instead of relying solely on text prompts, you'll have direct influence on how your scene comes together with the images you upload. We'll be using what I consider to be the best tool out there right now for this, Kling AI. First, head over to the Video tab, not Frame, then click Image, followed by Image to Video. Switch the option from Frames to Elements. Here, you can upload up to 4 images in JPG or PNG format, each up to 10 megabytes. I'm going to upload a clear, high-resolution close-up photo of my face. For best results, choose something natural, maybe even a regular smartphone photo, and preferably taken from a slight angle. All right, we've got our main photo. Remember, we're not just training faces here. We're creating a whole scene. Let's imagine something cinematic. Here's the prompt I'll use. A cinematic scene with a smiling man wearing a cap, standing in front of an old European shop, tornado approaching behind. You can also add negative prompts to specify what you don't want. For example, no glasses, no beard, no sunny weather, or no rain. Once your prompt is ready, set the video duration. 5 seconds is perfect. And choose your preferred aspect ratio. Generating this clip costs only about 35 credits, which translates to roughly 40 cents per scene. Check out the result. Pretty amazing, right? Now, let's jump into our next magical lesson. Hi everyone, welcome to another lesson. As I mentioned in our group, today I'll show you exactly how we created this effect. Some of you may have seen it before. We combined Higgsfield 11 Labs, and an editor like Adobe Premiere Pro or CapCut to pull it off. Here's how to do it. Higgsfield is perfect for music video creators, ad filmmakers, or anyone chasing an impossible effect. Until now. At just $9 a month, you get watermark-free videos with full commercial rights and enough credits for around a dozen renders. So it's super affordable. First, head to Create Video and pick your effect. There are tons of presets and new ones drop all the time. I wanted a globe from space zoom that moves toward us. The preset is called Earth Zoom Out. It zooms out by default, but we'll flip it. Click the effect, then upload a single still image. Next, load your original footage. Mine was shot on an iPhone. We need 2 frames, the very first and the very last. In Premiere Pro or CapCut, place your clip on a timeline. Scrub to the last frame, choose Export Frame, and label it End Frame. Then export the first frame as First Frame. Now we've got our assets. Back in Higgsfield, upload first frame, select the standard model, it looks better than light, set the duration to 5 seconds, and click Generate. That gives us our intro zoom. Next, upload end frame for the outro. I avoided anything too wild, no exploding heads or frozen figures, so I picked Flood, a wave of water rushing in from behind. To blend in some camera movement, add a preset from Epic Camera Control or Basic Camera Control. I set Flood to 100% strength and dolly out to about 50%, kept the standard model and 5 seconds, then Generate. Great, our clips are ready. Download them to your computer, then import into Premiere. For the intro, reverse the clip and speed it up to 300%. Drop it into your timeline before your main footage. For the outro, try 200 to 250% speed so it feels dynamic without jumping too much. You'll notice shifts in contrast and warmth compared to your original shot. Open Lumetri scopes and Basic, lower the blacks, add a bit of contrast, and dial up the warmth by around 8%. Check shadows and highlights until everything matches seamlessly. Last step. Audio. Head to 11 Labs. Sound effects. Search Whoosh. Download the file, trim the silent head, and boost it by +8 decibels. If it feels too short, extend it by a second or so. Then search Tsunami Wave. Pick the best clip and layer it underneath. Trim and position the wave so it crescendos right as the water effect hits. That's it. Your footage now has a cinematic AI-powered twist, all for just $9 a month. I hope this lesson helps level up your ads and projects. Check out the next module in AI Magic and leave your feedback below. Can't wait to hear what you think. Hi there. In this lesson, I'll show you how to remove those random subtitles that sometimes sneak into VEO3 clips. They're much rarer now, thankfully, but every so often you'll still get unwanted text overlays. To fix it, head over to runwayml.com and pick the In-Painting tool. From the dashboard, click All Tools, select In-Painting, then upload your clip. Choose an appropriate brush size, hit play, and simply paint over the text you want gone. You might notice a few tiny artifacts, but on short videos, they're virtually invisible. Once you're happy, export your clean clip. And voila, no more subtitles. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Hi there! In this lesson, I'm going to show you something really exciting. Something that wasn't possible until recently. Recording your own full album, creating an entire virtual band, and even earning money by uploading it to Spotify.
Dust on the wind, boots on the ground, smoke in the sky, no peace found.
That's the story behind The Velvet Sundown. How do we do it? Let me show you. We'll be using Suno.com, a music generation tool driven entirely by prompts. On the free plan, you can generate around 10 songs per month. For just $10, you unlock up to 500 tracks and full commercial rights, so you can sell or stream them however you like. Plus, the Pro plan gives you access to the latest Model 4.5 for studio quality audio. Now, let's dive in. Click Create, then Custom, and make sure you're on Model 4.5 or higher. You'll see a persona feature. That's what keeps all your tracks sounding like they come from the same artist. First, let's create our initial song. If you already have lyrics, paste them in. Otherwise, let AI write them for you. Choose Byline to generate lyrics line by line, or full song to have it craft the entire track. For example, we might ask for a theme like Forgotten Memories, The Present Reshaping Me, and you always by my side. Hit write lyrics, and you'll get 2 versions. Let's name our favorite timeless companion. Next, we need to set the style. We want a hit record. Think the energy of a global pop icon without naming them. To do that, use ChatGPT to write a style prompt describing that vibe, then paste it here. If you hit the character limit, just trim the last sentence. Now click Create. You can rename the track or tweak advanced settings. But for now, let's generate 2 versions.
Shadows fade where the heartache dwells. Whispers echo through empty shells. Memories linger but lose their spark. You light my way in the deepest dark. Yesterday's weight falls from my chest.
Pick the one you like most, click the 3 dots, choose Create Persona, and save it under some initials. No photo needed. Then delete the draft, select full song again, pick your persona, and adjust audio influence, the balance between persona and creativity. I found around 25% influence works best. There you go, 2 songs, both in the same voice.
Memories fade like whispers at night. The stars above, they dim their light.
Download them as MP3 or WAV. To get them on Spotify, use a distribution service, around $25, link in the video description. If you want matching band photos, head to Sora.com. Ask ChatGPT to write a prompt for a 3-member band photo, pick your favorite, then use Remix Plus to create a second horizontal shot, say the band sitting on the back seat of a 90s car. And that's how the Velvet Sundown comes to life. Opinions will vary, but knowing how it works keeps you ahead of the curve. Drop your feedback below, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Hey creators! Want your videos to sound like they're fresh from Hollywood without ever stepping into a studio? Let's make it happen with Artlist AI VoiceOver. Here's how easy it is. Log into Artlist.io and choose your favorite professional AI voice.
They say life's a journey, but they never tell you what kind of road.
There's no turning back. From silence to chaos.
It's all about precision. You need to choose the right.
2, paste your script, pick an emotion, speed, and even an accent. 3, hit generate, and boom, your pro-level voiceover is ready.
This is it. One course gives you the power to turn ideas into AI magic. No boring theory. Just 40 fast, punchy tutorials that make you an AI video effects wizard. Ads, reels, content that looks like it came from a studio. Now you can make it in 2 minutes. Learn the tools, master the tricks, and create visuals people will never forget. AI Magic Video FX. Go to Boosted by AI, enroll now, and start making the impossible.
And the best part? For just about $15 a month, you get up to 1 hour of stunning AI-generated audio. That's enough for ads, reels, tutorials, pretty much everything. No expensive gear, no actors, just AI magic. Ready to elevate your videos? Jump into Artlist and start creating voiceovers that stand out. See you in the next lesson. We've got a brand new leap in photo animation. Gen 4 is finally here. After many months and updates from the Gen 3 Alpha, we now have something truly special. I ran a quick experiment for you because this might just be the best tool yet for animating photos. For comparison, I animated an AI-generated image from Sora. You can spot it's AI because the leg overlaps weirdly with the stroller. I tested it using the prompt "car is exploding" across Pixverse, Kling, Gen 3, and the new Gen 4. Let's start with Pixverse. It's already great at animating statues. It moves nicely, and if sped up, it's pretty realistic, but there's always this slight AI feel. Kling totally failed for some reason. It's choppy. I mean, the fire looks decent, but overall, it's glitchy. Gen 3 didn't impress me either. Michael Jackson in the back barely moves, and there's a weird plastic-like appearance. Very flat. Going back quickly to Kling. Did Michael Jackson move here? Barely. Now, let's look at the new Gen 4. Honestly, it blew me away. Michael Jackson turns naturally. The motion blur is smooth and realistic, and the movement is incredible. But just to satisfy our curiosity, Let's see how Gen 4 handles statues. Is Pixverse still the king here, or does Gen 4 take the lead? Here's the result. And nope, Pixverse still does statues better. However, Gen 4 has clearly raised the bar dramatically, giving hyper-realistic animations, comparable or even superior to Sora in certain cases. Definitely consider it for animating photos, but maybe stick with Pixverse for statues. Thanks for watching. Join me now for another exciting lesson on AI magic.
Good morning. In this lesson, I'll show you a way to preserve the details of our object. Just like in this case, we used the magic box and generated the image of a magician in SOR. But we can see that this box isn't exactly the same as the original box, and the same thing can happen with your products. Something might change or get distorted somewhere along the way. For example, in this case, we have a magician with a box with our product, but it's still not exactly our product. So what can we do? There's a tool called Kling, klingai.com, where we go to the Video tab. Here we have the new 2.1 model. But that's not what we're interested in. We're interested in multi-elements, where we're still using model 1.6, so it's only going to get better. For example, here I swapped out the Kubu's label. And here, for instance, I replaced a Coca-Cola ad and switched the Coca-Cola bottle for a Kubu's bottle. It might not be an outstanding result, but it's still something. But our goal is to improve our product, so we send over this generated video. So we're not too worried about it. We create shots in Sora, add them in, our product turns out however it turns out, and then we refine it in Pixverse or Kling. It is what it is, and at the end, the final stage is Kling again, specifically the multi-elements function. The swap function, where we upload our video to enhance it, to improve the details, and we also upload a photo of our product. The only problem that might come up is that our material has to be less than 5 seconds long. This one is longer, it's 5.5 seconds, so I need to shorten it. But since I'm already here, let's reverse its speed. I've shortened it to 3 seconds, and I'm uploading it again. Okay, our material has been accepted, and now we move on to the Add Selection section, where we mark what should be replaced. Let's move here to the final shot. We click the plus sign and select the part that highlights our product at the beginning and also at the end of the video. Let's add those 3 dots. Okay, now let's go to the Prompt tab where we type, replace X with whatever it is. It's a box. Let's type box. We have to think like AI. In the case of a bottle, it would simply be bottle, right? Here, for example, I replaced a monument with a Coca-Cola bottle. So it's a box. The box from this picture, for the box from this picture. So, in reality, we're just swapping a box for a box. Not much is going to happen here. We just want to make sure the quality of the detail is preserved. We're generating with 50 credits. And here's the result. It's been extended by 2 seconds, so don't worry about the movement you see here. But you can see that the quality of our product is definitely better than before. The reproduction of detail is definitely better. This is exactly how you keep the detail of your product in the video. Thanks a lot, and see you in the next lesson.
The whole secret is that it's not magic, but the power of artificial intelligence.
Hi there. In this lesson, I want to show you a tool that's totally transforming video creation and the whole internet. Imagine the doors that opens. To try it yourself, go to Labs Google Flow. This is Flow's interface, much more powerful than the basic video option inside Gemini. Sign in with your Google account and click New Project to open the workspace. You'll see 2 modes, text to video, classic prompt driven, and frames to video, our star feature. Let's warm up with text to video first. Type a prompt like, a man running through a forest chased by gorillas. You can write it yourself, or have ChatGPT craft a polished version. Just paste it in and strip out any emojis. Next, hit Settings and pick your model. Skip VIO2, it's too weak. Go with VIO3. Then choose Fast, 20 credits, or Quality, 5x more credits for richer tones. Set the count to 1, check your credits, hit the arrow, and watch your clip render. To keep the same character in follow-up scenes, describe every detail: clothes, hair, complexion, accessories, glasses, beard. The more precise you are, the more flow will match it next time. The same goes for voice. Define tone, pitch, and accent to lock in consistency. Here's our first video. You might spot some stray subtitles. That's a rare VIO3 quirk. In the next lesson, I'll show you how to remove them entirely. With your clip ready, click Add to Scene to drop it onto a timeline, just like in Sora. You can choose Extend, though it falls back to VIO2 quality, or Jump to and start a new scene. Flow grabs a screenshot of your last frame as a reference. Now type your next prompt. The man trips as a gorilla looms over him, speaking these lines. Hit the arrow and voila, the chase continues.
I'm literally being chased by gorillas right now. I'm scared, seriously scared, but I'm seriously scared.
I didn't think you would write this text in VO3.
But how do you overlay your own face and integrate this with your footage? That's exactly what we'll cover in the next lesson. See you there. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to create a custom ad for your product that features your own face. In any setting, you can dream up.
Hi, comment magic to receive a tutorial for $5 on how to make such a video with your product and your face.
Thanks to VIO3's brand new frame-to-video capability and a few complementary AI tools, you can take a single image and bring it to life exactly the way you want. So, how do we get started? First, switch from text to video over to frames to video in Flow and upload your file. A quick heads up. If you simply upload a selfie, Flow won't magically learn your face. It'll generate a person who resembles you, but it won't be a perfect match. To get a truly consistent likeness, we need to train a custom style elsewhere. That's where Craya comes in. Head to Craya's Image tab, enter a prompt describing your ideal avatar, and choose a style slot. This is where your personalized model lives. If it's your first time, click Create Style, select either Flux or Craya 1 for training, and upload at least 3 clear photos of your face. Within minutes, you'll have a trained style to use later. Back in the Image tab, pick your new style, paste in your prompt, switch to a landscape format since VIO3 doesn't support portrait yet, and hit Generate. Download the result. This is your custom likeness. Now back in Flow, upload that generated image, click Save to confirm it's you, and type in a prompt for your ad scene. I like to get ChatGPT to craft a polished version. Just paste it in and remove any emojis or extra punctuation. Make sure VIO Fast 3 is selected, set count to 1, then hit play. Click the arrow and wait for your clip to render. Once you've got your personalized clip, it's time to swap in your real product. Open Kling and go to Video Generation, Multi-Elements, Swap. Upload your Flow clip, click Edit, and paint over the placeholder object you want to replace. In the prompt box, write something like, swap the generic can in the video with the can from this image. Then upload a high-res photo of your actual product. Hit Generate, and voila! Your genuine product appears seamlessly in the scene. What really sets VIO3 apart is its lip sync magic.
I currently speak English, but it's still cool.
You can script the exact lines you want your avatar to speak, and the mouth movements will match perfectly. Finally, to make this ad jump into runway, click Generate Video, choose the Instagram 3.5 Alpha Turbo model, and use Expand Video to convert your clip into a vertical format. And there you have it. Your face, your product, your story, all in one dynamic AI-powered ad. Thanks so much for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Check the link below to leave feedback. See you in the next lesson.